my fellow dorks, The Turtle Dork back with a new reaction for you. So this one I've actually been waiting for a while, and I've actually been following this movie for even longer. This is Tomb Raider. Now, I do have to say that I'm not a gamer, but I did play like the original Tomb Raider game way back in like the early 2000s, and the sequel to that game. Now, I know they had a rebooted game. I think that came out around 2013, and I know that's what this film is based on, and I know that gets a lot of fans excited. And coming off the Angelina Jolie films, which actually I think the video games were probably before that. It may have been like in the late 90s, but because I think the first movie came out in like 2000, 2001, and then the sequel came out like a couple of years later. Those movies are extremely dated, just like a lot of movies from the early 2000s. They live in, it's almost like a time capsule. They live in that period, and they feel like they're from a different era, especially a different era from when, like, you know, comic book and video game movies were being made. But I liked the first Angelina Jolie back when I first saw it. Now it doesn't really hold up. The second movie, I haven't even seen the second movie, but to me it was more, it felt like Angelina Jolie was just trying to play up the persona of Tomb Raider. This feels like, just like with a lot of movies that are being made today, which we're going to use that word again, grounded, but I think what it does is like it allows you to breathe life into these characters that are more than just kind of like the two-dimensional or three-dimensional characters that we see in the video games. And I like that. I like the director, because I saw his film The Wave on Netflix maybe about a year or so ago, and I thought that movie was phenomenal. To be able to do a disaster film that is also character driven and deals with real people that you care about, I thought was absolutely fantastic. I mean, in a way that we just don't get disaster films made over here. So I think he's going to bring a lot to this movie as well, and I'm interested to see what he's going to bring to that. So I've been following this movie for a while, and I feel like this. You know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to go there about video game movies. You know what? I'm excited for this one. So let's check this one out. Tomb Raider, the first trailer.
What's your name?
Laura.
Surname?
Croft.
Laura, your father's gone. You could pick up where he left off. I see so much of him in you.
Brilliant.
Hello, Sprout. If you're listening to this, then I must be dead. I found something. A tomb called the Mother of Death. If Trinity succeeds, our world is in danger. Promise me you will stop them.
I promise. I think I know where my dad went.
That's right in the middle of the Devil's Sea.
It'll be an adventure.
Death is not an adventure.
Classic outfit.
You shouldn't have come here. But I'm glad that you did.
Walton Goggins. Ooh.
What do you know about my father?
Now I see the likeness. The recklessness. Close the tomb once and for all. The fate of humanity is now in your hands.
Can't be too careful these days. The world has gone very mad.
I'll take two.
Nice. Nice callback. Nice callback. You know what? I'm digging that. I'm digging that. I really, really am. I love the ending of that. A nice callback to the two guys. And Nick Frost, to see him in that, that's cool too. And they really play up a lot of moments that it looks like you would see in the video game. Yeah, I mean, just the way they've built some of the sets and some of the little traps and things that she has to kind of maneuver and go through. It really feels like it's kind of going through the video game, and she just looks good as the character, especially this being an origin story, just like how the rebooted video game was being an origin story. Yeah, and then the score, because I heard that Junkie XL is doing the score, and he is phenomenal. I heard he had to leave Justice League because he was scheduled to do the score for this film. So WB loves Junkie XL. I do wish that we could have got his take, the music that we would have heard, and maybe we'll get some of what he developed and created in Justice League. But I'm excited to hear what he's going to bring, because even in this trailer, the music really has a nice rhythm that I think complements the action that we see in this trailer. It looks really good. This gets me excited. This gets me excited for this. So I'm looking forward to Tomb Raider, man. Oh man, yeah, I like this one. All right, let me know what you thought of the trailer in the comments below. Go ahead, rate, like, subscribe, and share. And go ahead and check out my other dorks, at MouthDork, at TheDiscoDork, and at Sidewalk Siren. And as for me, I am the Turtle Dork. And with that, I'm out.